what you think? I know what you told me, but
Hmm.
you know, this is the podcast. We got to go. What you think about this Black Widow? May 1st, 2020.
May 1st, 2020. Now, for those who's listening, for me, I don't think it's gonna be a bad film at all. There's no way they can make a bad film out of this. So I just want to get that out the way. This is one of the two things that they're releasing on this Phase 4 slate that I'm the least interested in, for a couple of reasons. But there are some things that I'm interested in as well. So I don't want to make it sound like that I'm completely negative or pessimistic about this entire movie. One of the things is because we saw what happened in Endgame, so it's almost like making this prequel type film. It's kind of like us learning her past. Is Wait, what's the payoff for knowing that? Like, what is other than getting us to?
I will say this is kind of out of place.
Yeah, it should have been in.
Like
It should have been in
my
the
thing
previous
is
phase. It should have been in
my
there.
thing is, and I always had a problem with this, honestly.
Hmm.
And I think internally, a lot of fans had a problem with this. Had a problem with this. They just some fans don't want to say it. Black Widow should have been the first Marvel movie, not Captain Marvel.
She should have been. Captain Marvel was not a popular superhero to anybody in any stretch of the imagination for people who read comics. It should have been Black Widow. It really should have been her. You
Yeah,
absolutely right about that.
she should have had a movie in phase 2 or 3. Like she should have. Like
Yeah,
I don't understand why she didn't have them. Like I never understood that. Like
it makes
she,
zero sense.
from her introduction, she's a beloved character.
Yes.
In first Avengers,
Hmm.
in Ultron, and especially in Winter Soldier. Boy, I loved her in Winter Soldier. Like
Hmm.
I don't understand like why they. I don't know. Okay, I don't understand the difference between then and now to where Marvel said, yeah, now we can do a Black Widow movie. Why? Because Captain Marvel came out, motherfucker.
It should have been the
Once
other way around.
When Wonder Woman came out, you should have said, oh, we got to put Black Widow into play now. I understand the reason why Captain Marvel was in play at the time that it was in play because of Infinity War, because of that whole thing, because you had to introduce her. She played a role, and I get it, but she should have been number 2,
I don't feel like she
number
needed a
1.
whole movie though. Like for the role that she played in, I get it for the role that she
Hmm.
played in the Avengers movies, but I don't
Yeah,
that movie. I mean, I liked the movie; it was cool, but it did nothing for me.
cause
If they would have did like you said, if they would have did the Black Widow thing instead, her death in Endgame would have been that much more impactful.
oh, it would have meant so much
it,
more.
it would
Oh
have made
shit.
so much more sense for that to happen. So for them to do this, and Kevin Feige said that, Endgame is where we ended it. That means we're starting something new. Not for them to have this Phase 4 with a movie that's based upon something that's happening in Phase 3. It's kind of confusing and a little weird to me. So it's like
Black Widow's death should have meant more than Gamora's death. I
it.
don't think it did.
Yeah, 1000%, and I agree with that. And I understand people who are listening. I know a lot of the movies in the MCU, as far as timeline goes, they're kind of a little bit all over the place. You kind of got to puzzle them together to put them in the
Yo,
right thing. But
listen, guys. I'm not a Marvel hater. I'm really not. I love Marvel.
mhm,
But what Preston just said
mhm.
is why me and him are friends. He is 1,000% a number one Marvel guy.
Hmm.
But he can point out that the Marvel timelines are not all cohesive.
It's not, it's
And
crazy.
we like to bash the X-Men timelines the quickest we can bash them.
Hmm.
But the Marvel timelines we think are fucking perfect.
No,
For
it's
all
not, bro. It's all over the place, bro.
all you fucking Marvel Disney shills out there that think you're not shills, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, y'all are so willing to look past the Marvel flaws. Marvel is not perfect. We
Absolutely
love
not.
them. They're great. But they are far from perfect, man. And sometimes I feel like, yo, damn, if I point out a Marvel flaw, like I'm gonna be looked like as a fucking hater,
You don't even have
a
to do all that. You can
shill.
just say, "Hey, go Google Marvel Phase 2, and then look at the movies on there." That's all you got to do. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, that's true.
And and,
That's true though.
and that's it. That's all. That's all. Anybody. You don't even have to hate Marvel to say that.
Bro, Spider-Man Homecoming is a clear example
Yeah.
of the whole